Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा. यस माताजी.
Lal Prabhu, you're mute, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. I just want to thank you everyone for joining this late evening program.
Prabhu, you become again mute, Prabhu.
Maybe you all, Krishna doesn't want you all to hear what I'm speaking. All right, so I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming this late evening. It's nice to see so many devotees in a day, again as again, satsang gathering with you all, your wonderful association on this auspicious Ekadasi evening. So I think Shanta Mataji has put a nice schedule. Instead of going whole night, we're just going to condense and have just a short program. So the desire of having this is not, taken off. We still meet and have some nice sharing and kirtan, bhajan, and some chanting here. With that said, we'll get started with this program. Shanta Mataji, you can just lead however you have the schedule. Thank you. Hare Krishna. And then just one thing I just want to tell before we get started, as you have to start with any auspicious dhyana sloka or anything. um, Krishna, as he says, Machitta Matgata Prana, Bodhayantas Parasparam, Kathayantas Chalmam Nityam, Tushyanticha Ramanticha. This is a beautiful sloka where Krishna says devotees are always thinking about him, talk about him, enjoy and relish hearing about his pastimes and his chanting, and have wonderful converse which among each other. So that is what we are trying to do here. And with that, in same mode of what Krishna instructed us, let's dive into this beautiful an hour of program that we have, or little longer. We don't know how it goes, whatever the schedule is. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavat Pranam. So, I will just sing a song, Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu. It is written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and it comes from his scripture or grantha, Sharanagati. So I will just sing the song and then try to explain a little bit. I will not take too much of time. Just little bit introduction of this song is that on Ekadashi days, in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and the other acharyas have recommended to sing this song on every Ekadashi day. So, till today, if you go to Navadvip Dham, Yogpit, the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, or any other temples of Mahaprabhu, or like even like any other like Gaudiya Math or anywhere, you will see that devotees are just loudly singing this song on Ekadashi night and just chanting with this song. So I'll just start singing this song. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu ভকত সেবা পরম সিদ্ধি প্রেমলতি কারমূলা ভকত সেবা পরম সিদ্ধি প্রেমলতি কারমূলা শুদ্ধ ভকত চরণ রেণু ভজনয়নুকূলা শুদ্ধ ভকত চরণ রেণু ভজনয়নুকূলা মাধব তিথি ভক্তি জননী যতনে পালন করি একাদশী তিথি ভক্তি জননী যতনে পালন করি কৃষ্ণ বসতি বসতি বলি পরময়াদরে বরি কৃষ্ণ বসতি বসতি বলি পরময়াদরে বরি শুদ্ধ ভকত চরণ রেণু ভজনয়নুকূলা গৌরয়ামার যে সব স্থানে করালো ভ্রমণ রাঙ্গে গৌরয়ামার যে সব স্থানে করালো ভ্রমণ রাঙ্গে সেসব স্থান হেরিব আমি প্রণয়ী ভকত সঙ্গে সেসব স্থান হেরিব আমি প্রণয়ী ভকত সঙ্গে শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল মৃদঙ্গ বাদ্য শুনিতে মন অবসার সদা যাচে মৃদঙ্গ বাদ্য শুনিতে মন অবসার সদা যাচে গৌরবিহিত কীর্তন শুনি আনন্দের হৃদয় নাচে গৌরবিহিত কীর্তন শুনি আনন্দের হৃদয় নাচে শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল যুগল মূর্তি দেখিয়া মোর পরম আনন্দ হয় যুগল মূর্তি দেখিয়া মোর পরম আনন্দ হয় প্রসাদ সেবা করিতে হয় সকল প্রপঞ্চ যায় প্রসাদ সেবা করিতে হয় সকল প্রপঞ্চ যায় শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল যেদিন গৃহে ভজন দেখি গৃহেতে গোলক ভাই যেদিন গৃহে ভজন দেখি গৃহেতে গোলক ভাই চরণ সিধু দেখিয়া গঙ্গা সুখ না সীমা পায় চরণ সিধু দেখিয়া গঙ্গা সুখ না সীমা পায় শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল তুলসী দেখে জুড়ায়া প্রাণ মাধব তোষণি জানি তুলসী দেখে জুড়ায়া প্রাণ মাধব তোষণি জানি গৌর প্রিয় শাক সেবনে জীবন সার্থক মানি গৌর প্রিয় শাক সেবনে জীবন সার্থক মানি শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল ভক্তি বিনোদ কৃষ্ণ ভজনে অনুকূল পায় যা ভক্তি বিনোদ কৃষ্ণ ভজনে অনুকূল পায় যা ঠাকুর ভক্তি বিনোদ কৃষ্ণ ভজনে অনুকূল পায় যা প্রতি দিবসে পরম সুখে স্বীকার করায় তাহা প্রতি দিবসে পরম সুখে স্বীকার করায় তাহা শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল শুদ্ধ ভক্ত চরণ রেণু ভজন অনুকূল ভকত সেবা परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूल भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूल शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूल शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूल शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूल जय माधव तिथि जय एकादशी माधव तिथि जय एकादशी जय माधव तिथि जय एकादशी माधव तिथि जय एकादशी ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल I think could you please scroll down? So yeah, as I said, like I'll not take too much time, just little bit explanation with the translation. So the first verse, it says that the dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service and service to the pure devotees of the highest order are the roots of the creeper of devotion. So basically each verse of this song gives like one instruction. As I said that it comes from the Sharanagati Grantha, and the first verse actually talks about surrender or Sharanagati. So we don't have any capacity, but we have to go through our acharyas. We have to be dependent on pure devotees or Uttama Bhakti or the acharyas or Guru or Vaishnavas. Otherwise, we don't have any other choice. So that's why saying that three things it is mentioning, that is the dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, and then seva, that is enthusiastic devotional service towards them, and devotional service and service to the pure devotees. So those things should be our life and soul. Instead of thinking that I will chant and then I will get the Golok Vrindavan, I will go back to Godhead, I'll attain Krishna based on my strength. So this is not possible. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur on the very first verse is saying that. Second verse is saying the holy days like Ekadashi and Janmashtami are the mother of devotion for those devotees who respect them. Let the holy places of Krishna's pastimes be my places of worship and bless me. So one time Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of Gaudiya Math, who is the spiritual master of our Prabhupada, so he asked the disciples that what do you know what is the meaning of Madhava Tithi? So the second verse says that Madhava Tithi Bhakti Janani. So he asked like, do you know what is the meaning of Madhava Tithi? So all the disciples say that all the Krishna Tithi or like the Vishnu Tattva, maybe appearance day, Janmashtami or any other thing. Then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur very strictly said that actually in the primary sense Madhava Tithi only refers to Ekadashi. But in the secondary sense, we can definitely say that Madhava Tithi means Krishna Janmashtami or Gaur Purnima or anything else. But Ekadashi is so auspicious. It is like that Krishna himself becomes Ekadashi. It's like that. So that's why he says that Madhava Tithi is Ekadashi. So even if you are not able to follow Janmashtami Upavas or Janmashtami Brata or any other Brata, we should not do that. We should follow that. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying that even if you cannot do that, but we should follow Ekadashi Tithi. And how to follow that? That is jatane palana kori, very carefully, not very casually, not that like just because we have to do that or something like that. It's very important, and like gravity is there. Like with gravity, we should follow. We should not commit any offenses like that. Third, so this is the first thing is like Sharanagati, like Acharyas, we have to take shelter of Acharyas. The second verse is saying that we have to follow the Vaishnava Tithis, primarily Ekadashi. So that's why on Ekadashi this song is being sung. And the third verse, it is saying that, may I always visit all the holy places associated with the Leela of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. So the third slok is saying that, where should we visit? Where should we go? If we plan to visit somewhere, then where should we go? Then it is said that, Gaura Amaru Jeshabosthane Koralo Brahmano Range, means wherever Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has visited. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited, so he was in Navadvip Dham, then he went to Jagannath Puri, then he went to South India too, then he did Jharikanda forest, then went to Jharikanda forest, then he went to Brindavan, made wherever, like he gave like instructions to Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, so he visited Allahabad, everywhere. So all these places we should plan to visit, and with whom we should visit, it is saying that Pranoi Bhakata Shange. So whenever we are visiting this thing, we have to visit with Pranoi Bhakata, means who are like-minded devotees, who knows the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and who knows the, who are like-minded. So that's why, like it is saying that it's not that we should go there and casually visit, like for some family affairs or like to enjoy those places. It's not like that. We should visit with devotees who knows the glories of those places and knows the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Dham Brahman. So that is the third instruction. Fourth instruction is saying, when I hear the sound of the mridanga in my heart, I always desire to join in Kirtana. And when I hear the bona fide songs describe Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, my heart dances in ecstasy. So during Kirtana, we use like different instruments like harmonium and many things. But traditionally, if we see, like without mridanga and kartal, no kirtan could have been performed. So in Gaudha Kirtans, I'm not saying that we should not use any other instruments. We should use any instruments for Krishna's service. But mridanga and kartal is must. So it is saying that, like whenever we hear that sweet sound of like mridanga, our heart should be melted and should feel very enthusiastic to join the kirtana. And another thing, it is saying that Gauda Vihita Kirtana Shuni. So here you can see that I always desire to join the Kirtan, and when I hear the bona fide song describing Lord Chaitanya's pastime. So here in the song it is written that Gauda Vihita Kirtana. So Kirtan is interchangeably used with bhajan here. So bhajan, we should not only focus on like Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan, but also those bhajans that are describing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glories, his pastimes. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada in this sense, in this context said that, why should we do that? He said that if we don't hear and sing the bhajans that describe Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, then what might happen, that our every day we are doing like Panchatattva mantra, right? Before Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or whenever, like during Kirtan also, like before Kirtan we start with Panchatattva mantra, and then we are doing Gaud Arti, everything will become mechanical if we don't hear about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if we don't sing Lord Chaitanya's glories. All the things we are doing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we might do Gaur Kirtan, Gaur Arti every day, but that can become mechanical. And the second reason he gave, that if we don't do it by being in this Gaudiya Brahma Madhava Sampradaya, then who will do that? So with due respect to all the Vaishnava Sampradayas, so they may or may not know the real or hidden glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But for us, it is a proven fact that he is the most merciful Lord, who is Krishna himself, came just to deliver the fallen souls like us. So if we don't hear and sing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, and we don't do his bhajans, then who will do that? So we should do that. So that's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. The fifth point, I'm hoping that I'm not taking too much time. Just 1 minute or 2 minutes, I'll finish. Fifth point, whenever I see the transcendental Sri Vigrahas of Radha Krishna, I am in bliss, for by taking their lordship's prasada, we can conquer over the material elements. So it is pretty straightforward. So like in this verse, it is said the importance of prasada. So we should honor prasadam, not like we should not be careless about prasadam. We should have strong conviction that the food that you have offered, bhoga that you have offered to the divine couple, Radha Krishna, Gaur Nitai, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, we should have conviction that they have accepted it. And when they have accepted it, there's no difference between Krishna and the prasad. So we should not hastily take prasadam, or like we should not dishonor the prasadam, or while taking prasadam we should not do like grama katha or like just chit chatting. Sixth one is that how to make our griha, or our house or home, Golok Vrindavan. One day while performing devotional practices, I saw my house transformed into Golok Vrindavan. When I take the Charanamrita of the deity, I see the holy Ganges waters that come from the feet of Lord Vishnu, and my bliss knows no bounds. So basically, like when we do kirtan, bhajan, and all those like devotional service at home, that becomes Golok Vrindavan. So we should aim for doing that thing, that to make our home Golok Vrindavan. The seventh one, by seeing the Tulasi tree, my heart feels joy, and Lord Madhava or Krishna is also satisfied. When I eat the prasada favored by Lord Chaitanya, it is a new life's experience. Lord Chaitanya was very fond of a green vegetable preparation called sak, and there is another song in this book that tells of the amazing effects of this type of prasada. So two things are mentioned here. One thing is that Tulasi Seva, like every day in our daily practice, we should do Tulasi Seva. That is very important because it is very dearmost to Lord Madhav or Lord Krishna. And the second thing is saying that like how we should live our life, what should we eat? That is like what is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's favorite? That is sak. So in Bengal, the sak means actually spinach. So if somebody asks you like what is the favorite food item of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, we should like it is spinach. So unlike Gaur Purnima Jagannath Mishra festival, we should offer this spinach and honor it with plain rice. So that's how that's why like in Gaur temples or everywhere like in Bengal, Odisha, you will see that every day they offer like this spinach with rice. The last one, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, our Thakur Bhakti Vinod, concludes by saying, whosoever attains the stage of enthusiasm of these devotional practices will be supremely blissful wherever he may be. So yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. So like we have to inculcate these devotional practices throughout our lives so that we can be like eternally happy and ultimately we can attain Krishna. So the main point is like Sharanagati, Prasad Seva, and then Bhakta Sangha, and then Kirtan. All these things. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Sorry, I just hope didn't take too much time. Sorry.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
On Ekadasi Day, beautiful song.
Gopal Prabhu.
So I was not sure what thing to share here in this context. So is it okay to share some Jagannath pastime?
Love to hear from you.
Yeah, so I was thinking what we could share, like and what could please our deities, since we're sitting in front of our deities. And one thing Lord Jagannath loves to hear, especially in the night, is Gita Govindam. So in the temple, every night, actually also every morning, early morning, when he gets up, and also in the night after the Sringar Vest, so he listens to this Gita Govindam by Jayadev Goswami. I guess you all know about Jayadev Goswami. He is the one who composed the Dasavatara Stotram, and we sing that in our Narasimha prayers, this Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So that that one is also composed by Jayadev Goswami. So yeah, so he also composed this poem called Gita Govindam. It's very, very dear to Lord Jagannath. So actually we are going to recite that. So after me, Shivangi is going to recite that. So since she's going to do that, so I'll just give a little bit context to this Gita Govindam, and then how I'll give you a couple of pastimes to show how Lord Jagannath loved to hear this Gita Govindam. And we hope that our deities will also love to hear that. Yeah, so Gita Govindam, basically, so Gita means the song, Govinda means, you all know, Lord Krishna. So Gita Govindam, actually, it expresses, it's at a very high level. We actually cannot release the full potency of Gita Govindam. The mood is that it expresses the intense feelings of separation that Srimati Radharani felt for Lord Krishna. Srimati Radharani is in this Mahabhava stage, and whatever, so the feelings he's experiencing, so that became manifest in Jayadev Goswami's heart, and he expressed that in the form of Gita Govindam. And it describes some of the most intimate pastimes of Radha Krishna. And in fact, during Lord Chaitanya's Gambhira Lila, towards his, the last stage of his stay in Jagannath Puri, he would release this Gita Govindam every day, which was sung by Swarup Damodar and Mukunda Prabhu. So he used to listen to this every day. Now, just couple of pastimes on Gita Govindam. So while Jayadev Goswami is composing this Gita Govindam, so there is one pastime, it appeared in his heart. So there is one pastime where Srimati Radharani is entering entering a kind of sulky mode. This is called the Mahaman stage. And Jayadev Goswami saw in meditation that that all of Krishna's repeated attempts failed to please Srimati Radharani. So, and this mood entered into his heart, and he wanted to write it down. So how Krishna is trying to pacify Srimati Radharani, right? And since all the attempts of Krishna failed, so at the end, what Krishna did, so he's placing his head at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And this particular vision, so that really made Jayadev Goswami very sad, because he said, I cannot write this, because Sri Krishna is, everyone's worshipable Supreme Lord, and he possesses, all the potencies. So how, and Srimati Radharani is Krishna's potency. So how is possible that Krishna, the Supreme Lord, can place his head at somebody's feet, even if it's Srimati Radharani? So how can Krishna put his head at her feet? And that would transgress all the principles, right? So he didn't want to write it. His hand trembled, so he couldn't write it. He just closed the manuscript, then went to Ganges to take a bath. And meanwhile, Lord Jagannath, so he himself appeared in the form of Jayadev Goswami and asked Jayadev Goswami's wife, Padmavati, that please give me the manuscript. I just remembered some verse, I have to write it. And then Padmavati gave him the manuscript, and Lord Jagannath personally wrote this particular verse in that. And the verse is that Smara Garala Khandanam Mama Sirasi Mandanam Dehi Pada Pallava Mudaram. That's the verse. And the translation is that Smara Garala Khandanam, that the deadly poison of amorous love, that is countered by putting my head under your lotus feet. Tava pada pallava mudaram. That's what Krishna is saying. And then, so he wrote this part, and then he just left. And then after some time, Jayadev Goswami, the original Jayadev Goswami, came back, and then his wife was surprised that how come you come back so quickly from the bath? He said, quickly, I took so long to take bath. She said, no, you just came back recently, and you just short while ago, and you wrote this, you asked me for the manuscript, and you wrote something, then you went back again. And then Jayadev Goswami asked for the manuscript. Can you show me what did I write? And then she gave it, and he saw this, that whatever he has not finished writing, so that part is already completed. So then he understood that this is actually the mood of Sri Krishna and Lord Jagannath. That so he can do anything for his dear devotee, and especially for Srimati Radharani. So he can even place his head at her feet. There is no and Krishna is brought under control by prema, not by rules and regulations, and he can transgress all rules and regulations if he sees the love and devotion of the devotees, and he can do anything for the devotees. So that's one of the very beautiful pastimes, and that's there in this Gita Govindam, and that's one of the reasons why Gita Govindam is very a very favorite of Lord Jagannath because it glorifies Srimati Radharani. Okay? He is dearmost devotee. There's another short pastime. I'll just take 2 minutes and then we'll, can sing one of the songs in Gita Govinda. So one day, Padmavati, his Jayadeva Goswami's wife, she was singing this Gita Govindam very melodiously, and she was plucking eggplants from her garden. And so Lord Jagannath, so he wanted to listen to this song. So he was just following her. Behind her, he was listening to this song. And so this was the early morning time, so his bhoga time, and the pujari in the temple, so he was offering the bhoga and he was inviting the Lord to come and accept the bhoga. So Lord Jagannath, he was getting delayed, so he was returning hurriedly, and his cloth got stuck in that eggplant plant, because eggplant has thorns, the plant has thorns, right? So his upper garment got stuck there, and then he just quickly took it back and he came and he tore a little bit. So then in the morning, the king came to have darshan, and the king saw that Lord's cloth is torn. So he was really, really mad. He called the priest and said, okay, what type of cloth are you offering to Lord Jagannath? So he never wears torn garments, and in fact, he never wears old garments. Every day he wears new garments. So there are like many servants of Lord Jagannath, there are 36 types of servants, but they don't have any washermen there because he doesn't need them. Every day he wears new clothes. So how come you're offering him torn clothes? Now the priest, obviously he didn't offer the torn cloth, he had offered a new cloth. So he fell at the feet of, he just fell in the temple at the feet of Lord Jagannath and prayed to him that, Prabhu, if you don't, that my Lord, if you do not reveal this, what is your mystery here, then the king is going to punish me. So then Lord Jagannath appeared in the dream to the king and he revealed what actually happened. He said, I went to hear Gita Govindam, and then while coming back, my cloth got torn. So then from that day, the king understood that, yes, this is very, the Lord Jagannath is very pleased by hearing Gita Govindam. So he arranged in the temple every day that Gita Govindam should be sung. And that's what is happening until today. If you go like late night, around 11 o'clock or midnight, actually, after all the seva is over, then Gita Govindam is sung in front of the Lord. In fact, there is these dancers, Devadasis, they used to dance while Gita Govindam was sung, but due to some reason that got stopped recently, so they're only singing the bhajan, the Gita Govindam. Okay, so I think that's this where I'll stop. So we're just going to sing this song. If I can share the song here. Can everyone see the screen here? From
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
So I can just make it large here. Yeah. So this is one of the songs. There are many songs. I think there are 12 chapters in Gita Govindam. It's in Sanskrit, but it's very simple Sanskrit. So I'll just okay. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Sita Kamala Kucha Mandala Hare Sita Kamala Kucha Mandala Drita
Hamsa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Taliya Visadara Ganjana Taliya Visadara Ganjana Jana Jana Ranjana Yadukula Nalina Dinesha Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Madhu Mora Naraka Vinatana Hari Madhu Mora Naraka Vinatana Garudasana Garudasana Surakula Kili Nidanam Jaya Jaya Deva Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Amala Kamala Dala Lochana Amala Kamala Dala Lochana Baba Mochana Baba Mochana Tribhuvana Bhuvana Nidhanam Jaya Jaya Deva Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Janakasuta Krita Bhushana Janakasuta Krita Bhushana Gita Dushana Samarashamita Rasakantha Jaya Jaya Deva Hare 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Abhinava Jaladhara Sundara Hari Abhinava Jaladhara Sundara Drita Mandara Drita Mandara Srimukha Chandra Chakora Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Tava Charane Pranatavayam Hari Tava Charane Pranatavayam इति भावय कुरु कुशलं प्रणतेषु जय जय देव हरे 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 जय जय देव हरे श्री जय देव कावेरीदं हरे श्री जय देव कावेरीदं कुरुते मुदं कुरुते मोदं मङ्गलं योज्वलगीतं जय जय देव हरे 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 जय जय देव हरे हरे जय जय देव हरे
Do we have time for translation? Or can we move?
Sure, Prabhu, if you wanted to give this summary, Prabhu.
Let me just quickly read the translation. Maybe devotees can just, somebody can just read translation.
Glories, glories to Lord Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who rests on the breasts of the Goddess of Fortune, who is adorned with jeweled earrings and wear a garland of forest flowers.
The Lord's face shines like the sun globe. He destroys the cycle of birth and death and rests in the lakes of the swan-like saintly persons. Glories, glories to Lord Sri Hari, Supreme Personality of Godhead.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, who destroyed the poisonous serpent Kaliya, you are the beloved of all living entities, and the sun in the galaxy of the Yadu dynasty. Glories, glories to Lord Sri Hari. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, your eyes are like spotless lotus petals. You destroy the cycle of birth and death.
Leave this one, number 4.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, destroyer of the demons Madhu, Mura, and Narakasura, you are seated on Garuda and you are the source of joy for the demigods. All glories, glories to Hari.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, your eyes are like spotless lotus petals. You destroy the cycle of birth and death. You are the treasure, mine of the three worlds. All glories, glories to Lord Hari.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, in the incarnation of Lord Ramachandra, as the gem of the daughter of Janaka, Sita Devi, you were victorious over the demon Dushana, and you defeated the 10-headed demon Ravana in battle. All glorious to Lord Hari.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose complexion is like a fresh monsoon cloud, who lifted Govardhan hill, and Srimati Radharani is like a chakora bird, who is nourished by drinking the light of your moon-like face. Glories, glories to Lord Hari.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, we offer my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Please bestow auspiciousness to those who offer obeisances to you. Glories, glories to Lord Sri Hari.
The poem of Sri Jagadeva brings transcendental happiness to all. This is an ever effulgent and auspicious song, Mangala Geetam. All glories to Lord Sri Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Bhupal, Prabhu, and Shivangi Mataji. It was very wonderful, very nice. I know it's 10 o'clock, but I think we need to continue for a little more time if you all are okay. We'll just continue for some more time and see if we can cover the schedule as much as possible. And once in a while, extra hours is always good. So hope you can all cooperate and stay with us to hear more pastimes and songs and sharings by rest of the devotees who are scheduled to do. So kindly sacrifice your sleep a little bit. So please continue, Shanta Mataji.
Arun Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam devotees. So I wanted to share, some kathas, some Krishna kathas. I have a slide. I want to share my screen and go from there. Please give me a minute. Hare Krishna devotees. So I wanted to share some, stories from the scriptures on, we have heard this verse, Ye etamam prapatyante tam sateva bhajamyaham. So Krishna says, as you approach me, so shall I receive you. So, some viewpoints on this and, some examples of devotees who have, actually played this part. Yeah, the exact sloka is ye yata mam prapatyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham mama vartamanu vartante manushyaha partha sarvashah. So there are this verse has been given different translations by multiple acharyas. Srila Prabhupada says, as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. And Baladev Vidyabhushan says, in exact proportion to the way the living entity surrenders, I reveal myself to him. And Vishwanath Chakravarti says, according to the manner in which different types of people worship me, I reciprocate with them. So the different variations or in-depth meanings conveyed by different acharyas. And then the different levels of surrender, right? We all know Gajendra's pastime, almost thousands of years where Gajendra was left in the pond where the crocodile actually was really harming him, latching onto his feet. And then it was, Gajendra from his past life remembered the prayers to the Lord and offered, the lotus from the pond as a prayer to the Lord. And then, Vishnu came on and, he rescued Gajendra. And then Ananya surrender, we know Hanuman's unwavering devotion to Lord Rama. Even now, I heard, one of the stories that, from practical stories that, people who visit Gangotri, when they actually chant, Rama mantra, they have actually witnessed, Hanuman, kind of the feel that, Hanuman is near them. And, I've heard, recently stories on that. So, and then Buddhi Yukta surrender, we know Arjuna's inquiry, in Bhagavad Gita, where in the Kurukshetra, he was in a huge dilemma, how to face his own ancestors, his own family members, fight against his own family members and kill them. So, he inquired from Krishna and, surrendered to the Lord. And then, that's how things happened. So, and then the six principles of surrender, So Anukul is Sankalpaha. So basically, Prahlad Maharaja who maintained devotion despite so many persecutions from his father Hiranyakashipu. What he did was, he accepted the favorable activities, and then he rejected. Although he didn't kind of revolt against his father, and kept on doing his practices. And rejecting the unfavorable, we have Bharata, who did not accept the throne when Lord Rama left for the forest. He was very much devoted to Lord Ram, and that's how we can learn that devotional service from Bharata, who um, who rejected materialism. And uh, it is given that in the scriptures he was in a hut nearby Ayodhya, and he persisted only on roots and water. So he was that kind of dedication, particularly virginum, rejecting the unfavorable, and waiting for the Lord. So it's complete surrender to the Lord. um, and then faith in divine protection. Draupadi's who are to undergo such an experience during the Vastraharana. And then so since Draupadi didn't know anyone other than Lord Krishna, she kind of raised her arms and prayed to Lord Krishna to save her. And that's how Lord Krishna appeared, not physically, but through his divine presence, and saved Draupadi from the torture. And so Gajendra's complete surrender in divine guardianship, because Gajendra was like, nobody can save me. Gajendra tried saving himself. He was one of the very very strong elephants. Elephant himself it's like very huge in size, and he was the strongest of all. And it's given that when he was walking through the forest, the entire forest trembled. Even the other animals, like lions, and they didn't dare to come near him. And he had all his family waiting on the shore, but none of them were able to help him, despite his own effort and others' effort. So he realized that everything is comes from the Supreme Lord, and complete surrender to the Supreme Lord. And then the complete Lord Chaitanya came, who was Lord Krishna himself, came to teach us all the mood of total surrender to the Lord, in terms of offering prayers to the Lord, always singing Lord's Kirtans, and being in the a devotees association. And Uddhava's humility in Vrindavana. So Uddhava was a very philosophical person. He was, he is well read with all the scriptures, and had deep philosophical knowledge. And when he visited Vrindavana, he felt that all his knowledge was nothing, because all the Vrajavasis, the gopis, they had so much selfless devotion to the Lord. He gave up his ego there, and accepted that it's not about the actual knowledge, it's about that selfless devotion and love to the Lord. And he felt that he should be just the dust of Vrindavana. So that's how it's absence of pride or false prestige. And then I wanted to just in this context, how Dhruva Maharaj actually approached the Lord, and what kind of penances he underwent to actually surrender to the Lord, and gain favorable outcome. So Dhruva Maharaja was insulted by his stepmother Suruchi. And then his mother Suniti actually advised him to seek Lord Vishnu's shelter. Again, because here also there can be chances that his mother would have taken a revengeful attitude, or he might have not listened to his mother. All those things could have happened, but because of his past karmas, the vasanas, even the mother was like directing him to the Lord, and he also accepted that instruction. So that's something which is because of his own past karmas and vasanas. um, and then he went on to the forest, and he to Madhuvana. So it's presently in Haridwar, Uttarakhand. It's on the banks of the Ganges, and it is said that this place is very serene, and very apt for doing austerities. A lot of sages, rishis are believed to take severe penances here. um, and then so yeah, I mean, Dhruva was only like 5 years old, and he underwent severe penances at this age, like in terms of and before that, before he actually he just went to the forest with no idea, and he encountered Narada Muni. Narada Muni, he kind of advised Dhruva initially that you should you're a very small boy, and you don't know what you're doing. You should probably go back. There's no way that you can survive in this dense forest, dense jungle, that there are a lot of animals, and what would you do alone? Then, despite Lord Narada saying that he was very much stubborn on meeting the Lord, and so, asking the boon from him to solve his problem. So that's when Lord Narada was like, okay, let me give you this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And then he carried on and did severe penances. So it's said that the first month, he ate only fruits and berries every 3 days, and then he kept chanting the mantra. And the second month, he ate dry leaves every 6 days, and he perfected the breathing, and kind of meditated. And then third month, he drank water every 9 days. How, I mean, I can't even imagine. So that's the kind of penances he underwent at this young age. um, and then in the fourth month, he survived on air every 12 days. And so we I mean, this is like the extent of surrender. And, although his reason was that was of a material cause, but any reason, if you surrender to the Lord, you'll be directed in the right path. And obviously, in the fifth month, he didn't take anything, water, food, or air. And then we all know that Lord Vishnu appeared before him, and then blessed him, even materially and also spiritually. So I think so. This Dhruva's devotion, like, it perfectly tells us the story of how much the extent that you would surrender, that much the Lord reciprocates. So yeah, these are like a couple of things that I wanted to share today, devotees. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was beautiful on Ekadasi day, on especially on austerity. Thank you for emphasizing that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Neeraj Prabhu, you want
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna devotees. So, so today we came to ISKCON, Kansas City, and at the temple, one of this prayer was sung. This song is by Narottam Das Thakur, and like I heard it for the first time, and it definitely caught my attention. And I thought, okay, this will be good to share. So when Mataji was asking, like, whether would you like to do chanting, singing, so those options were there. So I just selected the option of singing. I will try my best. I just heard it for first time. So the name of the song is Hari Hari. So this Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada has given good commentaries on it, and purports are also there. And it's a completely different feeling when I was listening to it. So I'll try my best. Hari Hari Biphale Janama Gonyanu Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Bhajiya Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Bhajiya Janiya Shuniya Visha Kainu Janiya Shuniya Visha Kainu Golokera Prema Dhana Harinama Sankirtana Golokera Prema Dhana Harinama Sankirtana Ratina Janmi Loke Nitaya Ratina Janmi Loke Nitaya Samsara Vishanale Dibanishe Hiya Jwale Samsara Vishanale Dibanishe Hiya Jwale Jurate Nako Niupaya Jurate Nako Upaya Rajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se Rajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se Balaram Hoilo Nitai Balaram Hoilo Nitai Dinahina Jata Chilo Harinamudhararilo Dinahina Jata Chilo Hariname Udharilo Tara Sakshi Jagai Madai Tara Sakshi Jagai Madai Aha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vishbhanu Sutta Juta Aha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vishbhanu Sutta Juta Karuna Karo Hiye Baro Karuna Karo Hoye Baro Narottam Das Koi Na Theli Ho Rang Paye Narottam Das Koi Na Theli Ho Rang Paye Tom Bina E Achar Mara Tom Bina Ke Ache Amara Hari Hari Viphale Janama Gunenu Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Bhajiya Janiya Suniya Visha Kainu. So just we'll also read the translation. Prabhupada ji has given very nice purport, line by line, but I'll read the translation. So, oh Lord Hari, I have spent my life uselessly, having obtained a human birth and not having not worshipped Radha and Krishna. I have knowingly drunk poison. The treasure of divine love in Golok Vrindavan has descended as a congregational chanting of Lord Hari's holy name. Why did my attraction for that chanting never came about? Day and night my heart burns from the fire of the poison of worldliness, and I have not taken the means to relieve it. Lord Krishna, who is the son of the king of Raja, became the son of Sachi, Lord Chaitanya and Balram became Nitai. The holy name delivered all those souls who were lowly and wretched. The two sinners, Jagai and Madai, are evidence of this. O Lord Krishna, son of Nanda, accompanied by the daughter of Vrishabhanu, please be merciful to me now. Narottam Das says, O Lord, please do not push me away from your reddish lotus feet, for who is my beloved except for you? Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees, for giving me this chance to sing. I know I'm not a good singer, but I attempted and did something as a service. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Neeraj, so much. It was very beautiful. We are not running any singer competition here. We are a Bhakti program. So you did very nicely. Thank you so much for this beautiful song today. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Amala Radhika Mataji wanted to share, Mataji.
Sure, Mataji. I'll share my screen. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranams. Happy Ekadasi. Today, I selected this topic, self-reflection. And during this presentation, I would like to cover like what is self-reflection, why we need to self-reflect, and how one should self-reflect. So coming to what is meant by self-reflection, self-reflection is nothing but a practice where we introspect to understand our thoughts, words, and actions, and also see like how we are progressing in our spirituality. But why we need to self-reflect? So Prabhupada always mentions that human beings, they have an aptitude of self-examination. So when compared to animals, they don't have this ability, they don't have this potential to self-examine or introspect. Like they don't sit and think like, what did I eat for dinner yesterday, right? But whereas human beings, they have that ability to introspect and think like how they have been doing, right? They can sit and think like, what did I do yesterday, or what I did like a month back or an year back, right? Or even before New Year, when we all are working on our resolutions, the first thing we do is, what did I do in previous year? And we try to inculcate those in the next year, right? So human beings, they have that aptitude for self-examination. So one should utilize that ability and start introspecting on our practices. But also when we are self-reflecting, we have to make sure like it improves ourselves, and it helps us establish a connection with the Supreme Lord or whatever goal we have in our life, right? Because what happens is when we are self-introspecting or self-reflecting on ourselves, like we might come across some shortcomings or mistakes or deficiencies in ourselves, right? But it shouldn't stop us from self-reflecting on ourselves. For example, like when we are looking ourselves in the mirror, most of the time what happens is we feel dissatisfied, right? We might think like, oh, why I'm too fat, or why I am too thin, or why I'm too tall or too short, right? Or maybe we'll think like, why is my nose crooked? It could be little straight, or why are my eyes like this, right? When we do that, we feel like, we feel discouraged, will not feel happy, right? But when we know that we are not this body, and we are the soul, that is our real identity, and we are part and parcel of Krishna, when we know that, that will give us a hope that that we belong to Krishna. And when we are self-reflecting, it will help us, improve in our process. But how one should self-reflect? So when we are self-reflecting without a proper knowledge, it would lead us to confusion, right? But when we have proper knowledge and a guidance from a guru, then it will show us like what is good and bad, right? With this proper knowledge, like we can easily able to self-reflect. And the other example is like we can, by engaging in devotional service, by chanting or listening to Krishna Katha or doing deity worship, like we can gain that knowledge and able to self-reflect. So I have 6 questions that I was listening to a lecture by Keshav Swami Maharaj where he was sharing 6 questions to ask ourselves. I mean, again, these questions might differ by each one of them depending on how they what their goal is, but I thought I'll just share this. The first thing, for the first question Maharaj mentions is, are you enthusiastic and eager to learn? As Prabhupada mentions in Nectar of Instructions that the one of the qualities utsahat, right? One should be very enthusiastic to learn about Krishna, or to hear about Krishna, or chant his holy names. So one should like self-reflect and see, like, are we enthusiastic in our spiritual practices? And the second question Maharaj mentions is, do you have spiritual friendships where you can be open and honest? Because like in our life, like we'll have so many struggles, we might have some up and downs, but we should always be in devotee association where we can open our heart and share what we are facing, and with their guidance and support, like we can come across our struggles, right? So that's the second question Maharaj mentions. And the third question Maharaj says is, do you think about your ultimate goal every single day? So usually what happens is, in our day-to-day life, because of kids or work or other household things, like we might get distracted. But Maharaj says, like every day, like we have to sit and think, like, why am I doing this? If I'm doing this, like what is my goal? And the fourth thing Maharaj says is, are you happy to see other people succeed? Right? That is one of the quality of a devotee. Like he is non-envious. Even though it's material achievements or spiritual achievements, a devotee is always is happy to see other people succeed. And the fifth question is, are your spiritual goals more exciting than your material goals? So we are again in this material world where we are, day to day, like it's a lot of competition at work. But we have to make sure, like think like, okay, if I achieve all my material goals by neglecting my spiritual goals, will it fulfill my needs? And of course answer is no, but yeah, that's one way like we can introspect. And the last question Maharaj is saying is, do you have great hope and optimism that will make it in this life? Means like, again, we'll have so many distractions, so many struggles, but again, those struggles or distractions shouldn't stop us, shouldn't discourage us from what we are doing in life, or that shouldn't distract us from our goal. So these are the 6 questions, like Maharaj says, like we have to ask ourselves, like in a year, like if they say, like at least once a year, like you have to do your physical examinations. So similarly, I think like every Ekadashi or every other Ekadashi, we can also like self-reflect on some of the questions and see like where we are, and if we need any support or help from devotees or a guru, like it will help us progress in our spiritual life. So thank you all for giving me this opportunity to share. Hare Krishna.
Beautiful points for self-reflection. Will this be shared with the group? It's nice points that you had.
Sure, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you.
Very good. Shanta Mataji, how are we doing with the schedule? Is anyone else left?
And no sharings, Prabhu, only I kept the chanting schedule. So maybe if anyone wants to share anything.
Actually, I can share something.
Sure, Prabhu.
Very well.
Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. So I don't have anything to share on the screen, but since Amala Radhika Mataji was talking about Keshav Swami Maharaj, I actually hear him quite a bit, and I have his book, Gita 3. So I was actually preparing for a lecture tomorrow for Bhagavad Gita chapter 8. We are doing it in the Hindu temple. So there's something. Chapter 8 is about actually Brahma Akshara Yoga. So there's a lot of written in that chapter, a lot of knowledge about how one should die. So Maharaj has written something on this. So I always take some help from Maharaj's book and Lal Prabhuji's lectures, which he has given on Gita Bites. If you have not really heard, please go on those whenever you have any questions about any sloka, you just really listen to that. So that's how I usually prepare my lectures. So I'll read. There are few points about, because most people are really scared of dying, but this really these few things which Maharaj has written, it really clarifies what death really actually means. One should not be scared of death, because Lord Krishna is saying that if you remember me at the time of death, you will approach me. You will get me. So so it's a little paragraph. It's not really too long. I'll just read. So the thought of death, though shocking for many, need not be seen as an inconvenient truth, but rather the ultimate meditation to reinstate clarity and perspective into every aspect of our lives. Consider the following. Number one, priority. Death reminds us of our priorities, those critical things we have to pursue before time runs out. Knowing we have to leave behind our possessions, position, profiles, pushes us to invest in our spiritual wealth, which remains our eternal assets. Number two, urgency. Death not only reminds us of what is important, but urges us to pursue it now. We are impelled to overcome procrastination. There is no point in killing time once you realize that time is actually killing you. Humility. Death fosters a deep sense of humility. Our utter powerlessness is counteracting death, helps us realize we are not in control and higher powers are at work. The annihilation of pride opens doors to heightened spiritual realization. Number three, clarity. Through the lens of temporality, we perceive everything and everyone we complain about in a new light. We all have the experience of failing to appreciate things until they've gone. In presence, we tend to focus on negatives, but in absence, we see significant value. Number five, immunity. In the face of permanent expiry, all of our worries and anxieties pale into insignificance. Life is full of many fears, but our greatest fears of death, before which all other pale in comparison. Being fearless of death immunizes us from fear altogether. The last one is, the sixth point is opportunity. Death is a portal to new opportunities, a gateway to our true existence and nature. It is not something negative or destructive. It is the opposite, hugely life affirming. Hare Krishna.
That's nice. You may really have to type it and share it in the group, this one.
Yeah, I'll type and share it. Yes. Thank you.
So it's easy for all of us to reflect again.
Yeah. Sorry, I was not prepared for it. Otherwise, I would have made a slide, but I'll actually type it and then share it with you, Paul.
Thank you, bro. Anyone else would like to share even few words?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Divya, Hare Krishna.
It's a Hare Puja.
Oh, Hare Puja.
Yeah, so I don't have anything, but just a simple 2 minutes. Today I was hearing one lecture. It was, one point inspired me a lot. Just I will share that. So in that lecture, one Mataji was sharing, one time Prabhupada ate kachoris and he loved the kachoris, and 3 extra kachoris was there. So he told to the disciple, please save these kachoris to me. I'll eat tomorrow. So that disciple went to kitchen and he wanted to keep in somewhere. When Mataji was in charge of that kitchen, he told to Mataji, can you save these kachoris, Prabhupada wanted to eat tomorrow. But that Mataji told, it's very hard to saving in kachoris in this kitchen. Sometimes I cannot watch those. Please, you take care of those. That Prabhu told, no, Mataji, I'm keeping in this box. Please take care of this. That Mataji told, no, you take care of that. So both left. Tomorrow morning, Prabhupada asked, where is my kachoris? Then this Prabhu went to the kitchen and opened the dabba. There is no kachoris. Then he asked that Mataji. Mataji told, no, I already told, it's very hard to save those kachoris. I did not see. Then what to do now? Then Mataji told, tell Prabhupada, cat ate those kachoris. Then Prabhu went to Prabhupada and he told, I asked that Mataji told, cat ate kachoris. Then Prabhupada told, so who told that cat ate? That Mataji only ate. That's what Prabhupada told. This Prabhu came back and told to this Mataji. This is what Prabhupada told. So whoever told that cat ate and the kachoris, that person only ate. Then Mataji told, oh my God, come on, only 3 kachoris, right? I'll make it immediately and you can take it to Prabhupada. She made the 3 kachoris and gave it to that Prabhu, give it to Prabhupada and eat. That's it, done. That was so inspiring to me, usually in that case, how many years I am doing this service for 3 kachoris, Prabhupada blamed me like that, people will take it. But I felt very, that Mataji just, she made the kachoris and it was done. And she didn't take it to anything on her mind. So it was so inspired to me, Prabhu. Some things, if somebody says to us, we will take it to heart. This much years and I'm doing so much services. How can you blame me? How can people blame me like that? We will think and we'll keep it in heart and we will take it to heart. That was really, I felt it was, in Krishna consciousness, some things we should not take it to heart and take it like, forgive and forget. For a healthy body, we need a healthy mind. For a healthy mind, please don't mind. That Mataji told. That really inspired me, Prabhu. Thank you.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Very, very nice. Very important principle that we can follow in our life. These are simple examples. So on Ekadashi day, I can remember Kachori while I'm going to sleep now.
Sorry, Prabhu.
So you need to do what you need. That means you know what you need to do tomorrow when I come to you. All right. Anyone else?
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else like to give 2 minutes, 1 minute of sharing?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have a question to you, Prabhuji.
No questions.
Okay.
Let's hear if there is any sharings first.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavats.
I didn't want to call your name out. I know you're going to come out. Now you can say.
Okay, Prabhu. Dandavats. Thank you. So I just wanted to share something on chanting, Prabhu.
Now we can have a whole night Ekadashi, I know. Mataji has taken over. I was just go ahead, Mataji. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a short slide. Let me see if I can share it. What I can do is maybe best thing just paste it in the chat. So instead of all the waste of time in sending this file over.
You can just speak. It just.
Yeah, that is also good. I will just paste it later so that if anybody wants. So just a couple of things I wanted to share, especially because even Rachna Mataji had asked this morning about what it is that we need to do while we are chanting. Of course, I was waiting to hear the lecture you had mentioned, Prabhu, by Prabhupada. But in the meantime, I also wanted to share my thoughts on that. with my experience with the chanting, and of course our own inspiration that we get from within, right? So few things that I have practiced over the years, and just feel it is right. I don't know, but you can always correct, or anybody else. So first, number one is that yeah. So I mean, and again, all of you might be doing it already, but I just wanted to share my experience and my feeling. So one is primarily thinking about the Lord, thinking of thinking, thinking like thinking about means, or thinking about Krishna, right? I mean, so just Krishna, Balarama, and Srimati Radharani. So our Maha Mantra contains them three, is my feeling, because Hare, Rama, and Krishna are the three words. And they are the primary residents of Goloka Dham, primary supreme residents. So when we chant and the Maha Mantra has their names, we think about them. We call them, in other words. So, yeah. So thinking about them, number one, is primary when we are chanting. And it might not be possible to like every word shift from one name to the other thoughts, but at least one could try. So that's number one. Number two is my practice is this, and I thoroughly feel like that is really good, because when we move on from one day to another, we forget what happened the day before. The real fresh memories for us stay for our present experience of the previous day. So when we have a list of the things that happened to us from the previous day, like anything, it could be starting from, wow, I had a very good prasad, right? Or anything could be like we were trying to do something, and then we didn't plan on something, but then coincidentally, fortunately, it happened that was already there for us to utilize, and we could make the thing that we wanted to. When we invite someone, or we are planning to do something, or even making something for the kids, so many times it happens that there are such coincidental help that we get by Krishna's arrangement, and it is something to remember, without just taking it for granted, and oh wow, great, that done, and we didn't get the strike that, okay, wow, Krishna helped me. So these kind of instances, if we like watch and we note, then we have a strong motive for our chanting the next day. So making a list of all the places that strike us in the immediate previous day helps with that kind of a recognition of how Krishna has been in our life. And he's very merciful, right? I mean, so many places we see like such a broad, big hand of his. So now when we are chanting, that reciprocation is what we need to express. So I'm giving my time and my senses without distraction, hopefully. But this is what I'm trying, at least, that I'm trying to give back. So this I wouldn't do for a long time. I would just recognize, okay, wow, Krishna help, wow, Krishna help. But then I never like put the time, dedicated mindset into like I need to give not just recognition. This Prema Tarangini Mataji told me in one of the Bhakti Shastri classes, and that really stayed with me. You have to give back. You know, what is the point of you recognizing? That's even good enough as not recognizing. So you have to do something in return. So that is when I started like really, you know, putting the, you know, time to chant properly. So yeah, so that is the third point. Third point is that try to carry that within and show that to Krishna. That at least, I mean, this also could be selfish. It is not on the platform of bhakti, because it is like we are seeing like you know what he's done to you, but there is also like at least we start with this, and then there is like several other things we could glorify Krishna for, and you know, just to try to chant. So yeah, that's the three things I wanted to share about chanting.
Thank you, Mataji. Nice points to meditate and chant accordingly. You can also share this with all of us so that we can remember. Is it okay? Can you share this?
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you. All right. So with that said, let's see here. It's going to be 10:45. Oh, thank you all very much for joining this evening, late evening. I think this is a beautiful way of spending Ekadasi, closing Ekadasi on the night. We can do more things like this as our time permits and how things goes. I hope you all enjoy this evening. So you have enough time to take rest and come back in the morning, 5 a.m. Central Time, to continue your japa. Shanta Mataji, anything else?
No, Prabhu.
Okay, sorry, Arun, I cut you off, but we can pick up from whatever you have tomorrow. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's already time, Prabhu.
All right. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Ekadashi ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai, Nitai Gaur Nataraj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, all assembled devotees ki jai. See you all tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Central. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.